Wait, this is so soft.
Isn't it cute?
Are you gonna be able to hear me like touching?
Oh yeah, it's like ASMR.
It's gonna be like.
Do you want to try the truffle fries? You'll either
I'm
like
kind
them
of
or
curious now.
we can try them.
Yeah.
We love a bread moment.
That smells good.
Oh shit.
What is this? Are these like herbs? Wait, should I copy you?
Oh yeah, do your thing.
I'm like, wait.
Me.
Is there like an etiquette to it?
I don't think so. I'm also an advocate for messy eating.
Yeah. Oh, then you are gonna love me because, girl, I'd be on that.
The Advocacy.
Oh my god.
That's
Amazing.
amazing.
Can you smell the truffle?
Wait. Yeah.
It's strong.
Yeah, that smells really good. It kind of tastes like meat.
It has a very strong scent. I also like how these are like chips, really.
Distinct smell though. Also, I double dip. Is that okay?
Yeah. I literally doubled up too.
Okay, good.
How did we meet? How do we even describe the day we met? I don't even know. How does one describe it?
We did that interview thing. But I don't even know what it was about.
It was like a documentary or something. On, was it Creatives? I can't remember.
I literally cannot remember.
Is that bad of us? No, it's fine. But it was so in passing, and I remember I was like, oh my god, she's so cool. You're from Jersey? Oh my god, we gotta. And then we like both just like disappeared into the abyss. So we were like, alright, maybe next time.
Like, no, I remember I thought that too when I first saw you. I was like, oh, she's pretty as fuck.
Oh, stop.
And here we are.
Yay. Were you modeling at the time then?
I think I was freelancing.
What's your modeling journey like?
I used to play volleyball, and I was playing volleyball at Maryland, but I had wanted to model ever since I was like a teenager. That was like almost a decade ago now, because I'm like 24, and the industry has changed a lot since then in terms of beauty standards. Like the door pretty much opened for girls that look like me a couple of years ago. So when I first wanted to start, when I was like 16, it was literally not realistic because it was just like I had the option of breaking myself down in terms of like losing weight and like figuring out my look. Like I just did not look like a model, you know, like how they want us to look. So it was like try to be a model or chase volleyball and go to school for free. So I obviously picked go to school
for free.
And it was good timing because the industry has changed so much since then. Volleyball ended because my knees were like really fucked up, and then I was like, oh, I want to model. Like I actually don't even want to play volleyball anymore. So I just like went home because I'm from New Jersey, and I was like, okay. I went to open calls, and I got turned down by like literally all of them. I went to models, and I remember, so like when you do open calls, as you know, like most of the agencies have that stuff on the same day, and like agencies are usually all around the corner from each other. In the morning I went alone, and then by like the afternoon it's like you run into girls at the same places, so we like become friends. And like some of the girls that I ran into that day are still my friends. But I remember I walked into with my friends, and their like director of cast, their like scouting person or whatever, she just like looked me up and down and was like, no, as in like leave. No. Yeah, and I was like, okay. So this one girl that I became friends with was like, oh, all these agencies are turning me down, but on Instagram this one development agency like reached out to me to have me like come in and meet with them. So I did the same thing. I went in and met with them, and they loved me. Like they thought it was beautiful, and they had me like come in and do their like runway classes. But their entire thing was like a scam. I was with them for like a year, and I like never paid for runway classes. I only paid for the first 3. There were girls that were also there for a year and paid for every single one. So like their favorites, they were like, oh, you're good, you don't have to pay. But the girls that they knew would never get signed, they made them pay.
So awful.
You know,
it's
like so
awful.
fucked up. And like they didn't even get me signed because it was like they told me like you're gonna have to lose a lot of weight, and it's still just like the reality that like a lot of models are like very thin.
Oh snap, girl.
Oh my god.
Lovely. Thank you so much. This looks great.
When that development agency was like telling me that I had to lose weight and to get signed, I saw girls that like came in with me because I was with them for like a year, maybe a year and a half. I saw girls that came in with me that were my size and managed to lose the weight. One thing that I actually really love about modeling is that even though at first it made me crazy body conscious, it really made me accept myself, because I literally had to accept that my body will never be like that. Like ever. Just like literally just like with the science of my bone structure and my metabolism and my muscle tone, and literally just the reality, like because I played volleyball, so I had super muscular legs, and I still do, and my career literally didn't grow until I accepted that, because I wasted so much time trying. I literally thought that I was a model because I was learning how to runway walk every weekend and being skinny, like I literally thought that's what modeling was. Like,
yeah, you think that's
they
sell you on that dream though.
They do. They're like, oh, you're skinny, coffee, cigarettes, lattes, like, and
Oh
you're
my
not
God.
doing anything. Photographers would reach out to me and they would say, oh, don't shoot with anybody because you're gonna lose weight. So like you're not gonna use the photos. Awful. And like to this day, girls reach out to me about them, and I'm honestly contemplating on whether or not I should like have their name be in it.
Yeah.
They're called. The other girls that were doing nothing with me were like 16, 17, and I was like, y'all are still in high school, like you're chilling, like you have time to do nothing and like just take years to decide what you want to do with your life. I'm 20, I have to figure it out. If I want to model, I have to actually do photo shoots. So it took me a year doing nothing to realize that. I would literally just shoot with people on Instagram. Like my best friend Sage actually was the first person that told me that I should model. And I was like, no. And this was like back when like I was 16 and wanted to play volleyball. So I literally hooked up with her again, and she did makeup, hair, styling, took the photos, edited them.
Yeah, I know Sage.
That's my girl.
How's that, by the way?
Amazing. Like, I love that.
Me.
Really so good. I love a simple like spinach and feta moment. Instagram has its ups and downs, but Instagram helped me. Like Instagram gave me the exposure because like you work with one person, you post it, and then other people see you and want to work with you. And like I literally started by shooting with anybody that had a camera, and then somebody that was a little bit higher would see something in me and take a chance on me, and then it was like I was on their level, and then somebody that was like a little bit higher would take a chance on me, and like you just like climb the ladder like that. And then I flew to California and I shot with that girl Dana, Trippy Dana.
Yeah.
She was
those
the
photos.
first, like she was the first big photographer to just rent. I think when she first DM'd me, I had like 1,000 followers, and the photos that I did with her, this other guy named Chris saw and was like, oh my god, I need to shoot with you. And like to this day, they're like my favorite. But like a lot of those big brands find you on Instagram, but then they go through your agency because they want to do it the right way. I'll never forget, I was telling her that I wanted to do Fashion Week. She straight up told me that I like was not thin enough, and she told me to come in the next day. The next day I go in with her. I left for like 10 minutes and then I came back because I think that I realized I needed more comp cards. So when I walk back in, there's another model who's like doing her runway walk. So I'm like, oh, like sorry, like not thinking it's a big deal, and I like grab more comp cards. I guess I took too long to like grab them because when I turned around, everybody was staring at me, and I like smiled, and then the owner of the agency was like, oh, can you just like go, because she's like practicing her walk, like the day after they told me I wasn't thin enough to walk in Fashion Week. And I was like, oh, like not only am I not good enough to like walk in Fashion Week or even go out to castings, I have to leave the room while another model that y'all think is better than me to like give her privacy. You know what I mean? Like
It's like, come on.
that shit hurt my feelings.
Of course it did. Like, what are we,
like-
superhumans? Are we not supposed to react to things like that?
I was like, that's cool. That's cool. I'll go.
That's cool.
That's
Fine. Tears coming down.
When they like dangle that dream in front of your face, they don't believe it themselves, but they feel like that's what's gonna allow them for you. Oh my god, words.
I know what you're trying to say. It's like that's what keeps you on the hook, if anything, and that's
Yes.
the only opportunity they have to even maybe make it happen.
Exactly, and
by
to
selling
let
on it.
you let them do whatever they want to you. because you think that they believe that you're gonna be a supermodel and you're gonna be this and you're gonna be that, when they're probably not even an agency that can put you there. I met my manager through a girl that I met at a party because she used him to leave, and she's still with him and I'm still with him.
Nice.
And tore me up so bad that like after I left them, I didn't model for like 2 or 3 months. The process of leaving them and them telling me, no, like there's 90 days left in the contract and we have options and you have to work and you have to do this. But my manager was just such an angel because he was like, Chavi, and like this is very simple. He was like, Chavi, they owe you money, you have the power. If it was the other way around, yeah, you'd have to work. Yes, you're in debt to them. You have to do whatever they say. They owe you money and you're the one with the power. And if you want to leave, you're going to leave. And it's that simple. Like he literally, like we were on the phone. Because I remember I built up so much courage to actually send that email saying that I'm leaving. And then they sent that email saying that there's 90 days left. And I felt like everything that I built up so much courage for didn't matter at all. And he was like laughing on the phone when he called me because he was like, you're good. Like, don't worry about it. It's kind of like off topic, but a year and a half ago, I didn't actually read the article, but the title was saying that like, or maybe like a soundbite of it was how Bella Hadid said that something that keeps her up at night is not knowing when her career is going to be over. And I was like, if you feel that way, girl, what am I doing? Like, why am I doing this if somebody that is literally at the top of the top feels that way? But it's also just grounding because it's like, again, we're all going through this. Whether you just started or you've reached all the milestones that you could reach, like this industry drives us all crazy. All of us, like we're literally going insane. So living in New Jersey, I could be out at Target at 11 o'clock in the morning running my errands and I get an email saying you have to be in the city looking perfect in 2 hours. And I'm like, girl, I didn't even, this is gross, but I didn't even shower. Like yeah, I literally rolled out of bed, like, and now I have to go home and like, and also with my hair, like, where do I even begin?
It's a process though.
It's
you need
a
like
process.
A 6 hour.
I need 2 business days.
I need it exactly though. What are some of your favorite jobs you've done?
My favorite job, honestly, I'm gonna tell you the honest answer, but we have to cut it out. My favorite job I've ever done was opening for Pyer Moss. That job meant the most to me because I was sitting down getting my makeup done, and you know there was a bunch of like production organizers or whatever, and there was 2 people doing my makeup, and someone comes up to the makeup artist and was like, you guys need to hurry because Chavi's opening. And the girl was like, no, like Chavi's not opening, Sasha is. And first off, I was like, you're rude. Like let me have this moment, even if I am or am not. Like, let me have that. And then the girl was like, okay, well, I heard Chavi is, like maybe Sasha is, like I don't know yet. And then when I actually did open, it meant so much to me because it was like, there's been times when like I was up for something big and it got taken away because brands were like, we love you, you're just not there yet. You know what I mean? And that may or may not have been the truth, but with that show, it was like, no, we love you, like you're our girl and you're gonna do it. So that just meant a lot to me. I just felt like they had my back in that moment. I love them. Like even right now, like Chavi, shut up. Like if they saw this, they would be like, oh my god, here she go. My favorite other job, the Haus Labs campaign, that was really awesome.
Erin.
Yeah, I love her.
She's the best. Bro.
She is so beautiful. And that was cool. That was a fun experience. Awesome. You know what? It low-key wasn't. The hairstylist I actually have in my video because I was wearing a weave at that time. 3 years ago, this hairstylist fucked up my hair and my hair was in a weird shape. Like I actually met you after that hairstylist fucked up my hair.
Oh really?
And I don't know if you remember, but my hair was like straight here and like short here. There gets to a point where it's like your hair is so damaged.
You need to cut it. There's like no choice.
You need to let go. And so I was wearing a weave and the hairstylist from that shoot, he came up to me and he like wanted to feel my hair and he was like, oh, that is not your hair, like in front of everyone. And it's like, your hairstylist, we haven't seen natural hair in like over a decade.
Yeah, no, eons.
Like
what are you talking about?
Is there models HR?
No.
Modeling is like the wild west. Like there's so much stuff that happens that would never fly in other industries, like not paying people.
Hitting on people on set.
Hitting on people on set.
Assault even sometimes. It's just bizarro. What's your relationship with food like? What's it been like?
Kill me.
What's your journey like?
Yo, lately, my journey started off as being like a person that when they ate something, they were obsessed with all the ingredients. Like, I wouldn't even eat salt because I heard that it that you like retain water and it would like make you puffy.
Bro.
Yeah, like I would literally not eat salt. And not only just salt, like even hot sauce. When I first started modeling, I was eating steamed mushy broccoli, and that was it. Like, even if it was something like peanut butter, like I was literally making my own foods because of the ingredients that were in stuff that like, you know, you would get from like supermarkets. But like I would literally not let myself eat anything, and it was fucked up. But I also like learned a lot about food. And I was crazy about exercise to the point where my body would plateau. I would go to extreme lengths and my body would tell me like, because you know there's plateauing when you're exercising, but then there's plateauing because your body is literally protecting itself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
that's what happens. Oh my god, every model I've talked to about like restricting is like, then my body just stops. And it's you shoot your metabolism.
Yeah, and it's like you really have to make a decision where it's like, do I want to go further or do I want to save myself and listen? And I had to save myself and listen. After that, I kind of went ham.
Go off, sis.
I kind of went ham. And also just like when I actually started working, I was hungry and I would eat. And like with modeling, it's like when you're not eating, you don't look good. You literally do not look good. Like, and when you model, how you look matters. And I was just like, no, I actually have to have bright eyes and like vibrant skin and like be energized and like be able to move. And it's like food is energy, and like what you get out what you put in. So I literally had to change everything about what I knew about food, and the ups and downs were like really hard. But I just had to accept that like nothing is worth destroying your body over. And like, if it's meant for me, I shouldn't have to go to those extreme lengths. Like, there's working hard and then there's killing yourself. And I was like, which one am I doing? Because, you know, with modeling, at least like when we're first like figuring it out, you wish that you were other people. Like, I would always see a girl with skinny legs and I'm like, I wish I had that. I wish I had this. But it's just like, I have what I have. And there's nothing wrong with that. So.
Exactly. And we don't realize, like, to the general public, we are that. Mm-hmm. Right? It's like, we're in this space because we like won the genetic lottery, and we, you know, it's like, it's a blessing. We have a privilege to be here, and to like do the work you're trying to do with your channel too. I think is so important because it's like, all right, you want to know what's going on, and like you want to know what I have to say. This is what's bothering me, and like this is what needs to change. Like it's not even an option at this point. You figure out how to work with it, or you don't. When you started your channel, was it hard making that decision initially, or was it more exciting?
I feel like it was really hard to actually put out a video. Like, it was really hard to like watch myself talk when I was editing. The editing part was so hard, and when I put the video out, I was scared because I was just like, what if people don't actually hear what I'm saying and think that I'm just complaining? Because a lot of people just think that models are complaining, and we're like, no, these are things that happen to us every day, and just because we're a model and you think it's a glamorous lifestyle doesn't mean that we don't deserve to be treated properly. And even though we're models and we work in this industry, we still feel insecure, and like we still feel crazy at times, and like we shouldn't be shunned out of feeling like that. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of models reached out to me saying that they felt the same way and they felt like they couldn't express it because like they didn't want to come off as like being ungrateful or like they're complaining. That part was hard, where I was just like, what are people gonna think? Are they gonna think I'm a crybaby, or are they gonna think this or that? But seeing that I could just talk from the heart and just say shit that made me upset and I wanted to elaborate on, and that so many people felt the same way, I was like, I need to do this shit.
Feels good.
It feels so good, and it's just like, no, I got a lot to say. If y'all like that, like we can get into it.
Yeah,
okay?
would you like to get into it?
Because I was literally like, that is not even the half of it. Let's go. But the stuff that I was touching on in my first one, they were like, wow, I had no idea. And I'm just like, this is shit that has been going on for a long time, you know? So I'm like, if you have no idea about that, then I don't want to just share my experience and how I feel about things. I want people to see, like, no, this is the things that's going on between a bunch of models, no matter what they look like and their experience, and it's not cool. One thing that I really want to show with my channel is that, and even like what we're both doing, it really made me think, like, even though we're not exposing names, I was thinking to myself the other day, it was just like, why would I be scared to blacklist myself from a circle that I'm not in to begin with? You know, and I feel like our generation isn't scared of that. Like, we're not scared of like super old and super rich CEOs and editors of this place and that place that have the power in like our industry, you know? When it's like they weren't checking for us anyway, and they didn't really, I mean some do, but like they didn't care anyway, and they made their entire brand off of excluding people like us. These prestigious like institutions, they got that powerful from fear. That's really why people don't want to say anything. They're scared, you know?
Scared. They don't want to lose money. Also, what are your favorite foods right now? On another fun note.
My favorite foods.
Are you a breakfast person or no?
I am. I like pancakes. I will fuck up a pancake.
I'm sure you would.
I love waffles.
Oh my god, I'm a hoe for some waffles.
You know, and I really like cheesy salads.
Ooh.
It's weird. Like, you know, like a chicken Caesar salad with like a lot of Parmesan on top.
That's for you.
I also like sushi. Did I say pizza? You know what I really like lately? I like fried salami with an egg and cream cheese and...
You're coming different. I've never heard this in my life. What is this? Is this on a bagel?
No, it's on
it's on
microwaved buttered bread.
What is
But you have to So fried
I love
salami,
it.
right? And an egg, cream cheese on a buttered. It has to be microwave. You can't toast it. I don't have a toaster in my house.
Wait, you microwave bread? I've never done this in my life.
It's kind of fire.
I'm gonna do this.
It makes it really
you.
soft. You know?
Okay, so it softens the bread. What kind of bread though?
I don't know. It's just like a Portuguese roll, I think, from ShopRite.
Okay.
It's like the
I'm thinking a
standard
slice
roll.
of toast here, and I'm like,
no.
girl, that is what? What? It's gonna fall
Like
apart.
an actual, like...
So it's an
roll.
actual roll. Okay, so you're making a sandwich kind of.
And caramelized onions.
You're actually saying all the foods I hate.
Really?
Like, I hate caramelized onions.
You do? Wait,
dude.
caramelized onions are just like cooked onions, right?
Yeah, I just hate onions,
Okay.
period. But
You
I
do?
hate caramelized because they're like brown and then they're like you crunch it and it's like,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh my god. I literally just want to like die thinking about it.
There's like a sweet spot with onions, though. It can't be too many and it can't be too little. I like sweet. I like fruit with cheese, though.
A ratatouille moment. Remember that episode?
I've never seen that.
Okay,
I've never
you
seen
are
Ratatouille.
Remy from Ratatouille
I
because
am.
he goes, he's got the cheese in one hand. Guys, I'm doing it like this. He's got the cheese in one hand. He's got the strawberry in the other hand. And he takes a bite of the strawberry and it's like, and then he takes a bite of the cheese and then it's like, and then he bites them together and it's like, and it's like the mix. Wait, no, you need to watch this movie tonight.
I'm
Go watch it.
screaming. Whenever I see a rat on the timeline, people say like Ratatouille.
Thank you so much for doing this. I had so much fun. This has been so lovely.
We are literally it.
We're powerhouses this year. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
YouTube is not ready.
They're not.